Welcome to the Married AF podcast, the self-proclaimed greatest marriage and relationship podcast in the world. We're your hosts, Matthew and Monica Powers, episode 117. And today we're talking about heights and snakes and gravity not working. Do you know what we're talking about today?
You named everything that we are afraid of.
Yes, today we're talking about...
You only named one thing I was afraid
fear,
of.
because that's the only thing that I know that you're actually afraid of. But maybe the list goes a little bit further than even snakes.
Wait, you're telling me you don't know the one thing that I can't stand that is scary to me? I am floored right now.
I'm gonna kill myself whenever I
you're
find
not.
out what it is. I'm
Don't
like,
get the food out of your teeth first, though.
There, everybody, check it out. What is it? What are we talking about?
Why would I just
Text it to me. I'll see it on my computer.
Why would I just willingly give up the information so somebody can just randomly come up to me and go, oh, blah, blah, blah. Now you remember.
I know exactly what it is.
I'm just going to let that food stay in your teeth then.
You're funny.
You have no idea what it is.
I know exactly what it
Okay,
is.
I'm going to let this piece of food stay in your teeth.
You
'cause
let it
I'm not
stay in my
trusting.
teeth.
I will. It might as well grow its own face.
I'm just saving a little bit of Milo's for later. All right, get off my back already. Jeez Louise. No, today we are talking about fear. Kind of teased it last week, but we are talking about fear and how fear is ultimately one of the things that rules our lives and rules our relationships and rules our marriages. For some, the biggest issue isn't communication or sex or money. It is fear, and they're operating out of fear. It's making their decisions, it's making their indecisions, and they don't even realize it.
Well, it's sad to know that people honestly get married because of fear.
Explain.
Explain? They're afraid that they're in a horrible relationship, first of all. And they're afraid that there's not going to be anybody else. So to keep everybody else happy, but I'm going to be miserable, as in parents, might as well get married.
So they're pilgrims.
If I'm going to be miserable, might as well be married.
Be married and be miserable. So you're saying ultimately they're pilgrims. They're settling.
Yes.
Right? They settle. But you're right. I mean, they do that out
but
of
it's out of fear.
It is fear that there's not anything else. Fear that I don't deserve more.
But there's also fear of leaving relationships.
Yes. Fear that if I'm out of here, I'm never going to find love again.
No.
Love like that.
Fear that they can't get away because it's a bad situation.
That is the direction that I was going. There is always this fear of I have to stay with him or her, even if they're abusive, because I can't get out of this. And and there's that brainwashing of I have to have this person. I'm treated like crap and I'm abused physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. But
they're afraid because, oh, well, it's only when blah, blah, blah happens, fill in the blank.
Right.
When they are that way towards me. Otherwise, it's okay. That means it's not okay.
It's definitely 100%.
But they're staying because of fear.
They stay because of fear. It's also the reason people get stuck is because of fear. They're afraid to bring things up and they're afraid to talk about things because they're afraid how they'll react or what will happen or will they leave me or will they be angry? And I'm just going to settle. I'm just going to avoid conflict. I'm just going to let this be what this is.
That's another one. They're passive aggressive and they don't want to confront anything because they're afraid they would say something wrong and mess something up.
Yes, well, you even talked about it in the last episode. We're talking about the people who become swingers and who, one of them just settles with it because they're afraid of if I say no, what will happen. So today we want to kind of try and break down this idea of fear, some of the reasons we recognize while we're there, and hopefully some things to be able to get out of there so people are no longer operating in fear.
All right.
So first things comes first. Where does fear come from?
I don't know because I typically don't have it.
Well, no, you don't. Remember the T-shirts, No Fear? Do you ever have no fear t-shirts?
I wore my no fear t-shirts proudly.
I loved no fear t-shirts.
Mostly because I was not afraid of anything.
They were just cool t-shirts.
But I thought it explained me.
It does. No fear. But essentially, we have to understand where fear comes from. And we know that it does not come from the Lord.
No.
The Bible says God does not give you the spirit of fear. Mm-hmm. Does it come from that?
That's the line I always use when I try to scare people at Halloween. What?
It's just funny.
I scare because I care.
Yes, you do, Mike Wazowski.
I scare. Well, the Bible doesn't give me a sense of fear, but it doesn't tell me I can't scare other people.
That is true. That is very, very true. So ultimately, if fear is something that you recognize that fear is leading your marriage or your relationship, you need to first understand that never came from God in the first place. Didn't happen. This is something that's
evil-rooted, something that was planted in your brain.
Yes.
And it has grown roots and it is sprouted.
This is an attack of the enemy. God had nothing to do with this. He's knocking on your head like Biff Tannen does. Hello, anybody home? He's trying to let you know, hey, is anybody there? Like, I did not give you this. I did not tell you this. I never told you this. You know, it goes back to the very beginning when Adam and Eve are naked. They recognize they're naked. And God says, who told you you were naked? You were naked. It's one of the most devastating verses of who told you?
How'd you know?
Who told you to be afraid? Who told you you were worthless? Who told you? Because that didn't come from me at all. For so many, fear is leading their communication, their vulnerability, the decisions they make, they tolerate and they avoid. It's just leading so many different things.
The way you said that, all I thought it was Ferris Bueller.
Why?
You said leading.
He's just leading you down the primrose path. He has been absent 9 times. And it starts counting down. Excellent.
Sorry.
Excellent movie. So let's talk about the 3 main fears driving marriages today. Shockingly enough, you would say there's no way this is actually one, but you've brought it up several times. You see it in marriages, but there is a true fear of being alone. And one might think, well, how? You're married.
I mean, nothing.
You can't be alone. You're married. Lies. All lies. There is this fear of being alone. There are people who are in a marriage and they are so dang lonely.
They're just roommates.
They're roommates.
Roommates can be lonely.
And they're avoiding conversations. They're avoiding everything. And what it has done, it has pulled them away from their relationship and pulled them away from love and pulled them away from what's important.
Isolating themselves from each other.
Yes, and they've put themselves in this little box.
Isolation is the enemy's playground.
Because what does the enemy do when you're isolated? What does he tell you?
All the things that you don't or shouldn't believe. You're not good enough. You should just go ahead and kill yourself. All the things that are terrible, the enemy's going to just pick and poke at every one of them and until you start to believe it.
Yes. And eventually you do. They're going to say, the enemy's going to say, I knew you would get here. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew this would happen. You remember all those times? I knew you would fail at this too because you failed at everything else in your life.
You're never going to be good enough.
And then you fully believe that. And you're saying, well, I need my me time, and this is for my peace, and this is for myself. And that's so much not, because we begin to trick ourselves into believe that the lie that it's good for me to be alone. You know the only time that I want to be alone?
I know. Can I answer that one for you?
If you want to.
Because mine's the same answer.
Absolutely. You can listen. This is real life, real talk you get on Married AF. When is the only time that you and I really want to be alone?
No possible way do I want you in the room when I am taking a poop. Absolutely not. And I don't want to be in the room with you when you are taking a poop.
No, listen, if I'm making a Devlin, I want no one else to be there. I want to be by myself, peaceful. Leave me alone.
I mean, finally, the kids have left me alone when I go to the bathroom.
I will always leave you alone when you
I know
do
that. But now the dang dog follows me everywhere.
Yes, he does.
And he'll just sit in the floor and look at me while I'm taking a little too.
So realistically, this should be the only time. I can't understand why anyone would not want to be alone when this happens. So
I do know people that will not let their spouses poop with the door closed.
Well, this is a whole new conversation for another day.
Because they're afraid of what they're doing on their phone while they're there.
You know what they're doing? They're liking Facebook and Instagram posts.
It's poop likes.
You're getting poop likes. By the way, the likes that you get on your posts, I'm going to tell you right now, I would say 90% of those likes are coming from people sitting on the toilet. You're welcome. But there is this overwhelming fear of being alone, and it's caused from emotional distance and just this idea that I'm just going to sit in silent frustration and I'm not going to talk about it, and it's just better if I don't bring it up, and I'm just going to slowly isolate myself away from my spouse, away from my significant other, and away from everyone else in my life.
Because that's the way we were meant to be, alone.
So we think. At least the enemy has taught us that. Second one.
Okay.
A fear of rejection. And this one will quickly get you to alone. And this goes so many different ways, both the male side, the female side. A lot of the times when we think fear of rejection, we think of it on the man side, and it's a sexual manner. I've been rejected. This happens way more in other areas than just that. Say your wife wants to have a conversation with you, wants to talk to you, just wants to be present and with you. Nothing serious, just wants to talk to you. But as men, what do we do sometimes? It's been a long day at work, and I'm just tired. And we check out. We don't have the conversation. We barely pay attention. Our face is on our phone or the TV or something else, and she's talking to us, wanting to connect, and bam, that is a way to reject your spouse. You may not think so, but you are rejecting her or him, depending on the situation, fully rejecting just their presence and wanting to be with you.
That goes for any type of relationship. I've even said to our children, if we're having a conversation, you better be looking up. Because if I'm talking to you and you are on whatever device, that means you're halfway listening.
Yeah, you ever want to just snatch it out of someone's hand and smash it on the ground and be like, look at me, I'm trying to talk to you. We're so worried about what's going on in everyone else's lives and don't really care about the person who's right in front of us. And that's a fear of rejection.
That makes me think of a shirt I used to have. It was just across the chest. It said, my eyes are up here with an arrow. But seriously.
Well, that's because your boobs.
Well, yes, but it would make sense in today's
world?
Yeah,
totally.
Today's world, it would make sense because now everybody is here. It's not oh, she's got boobs.
No.
It's I'm looking at boobs, but I'm looking at them on here.
Yes.
You said boobs, so now I'm typing in boob. Oh, boobies.
Thanks, everyone. Your algorithm has now been changed. But there is this fear of rejection, and it happens in that way, and it does happen in a sexual manner, or just being together, spending time with one another. And whenever that begins to happen, guess what? The opportunities for connection begin to end. The opportunities to just sit and have a conversation, or to lay in the bed together and just talk about the day, or just lay in the bed together, cuddle with no intention of anything, lay on each other, watch TV, watch Friends or The Office or a movie, or read a book, whatever it looks like. But those opportunities become smaller and smaller and smaller the more you begin to just kind of shut them out. That's a tough way to look at it, because then again it leads to isolation. The third one. Isolation. The third one is a fear of loss. And how this shows up? It shows up with jealousy, fear that I'm losing control, because we're all in a sense control freaks. We want to have control over the relationship, the situation. You talked about wives who won't let their husbands poop with the door closed because they're afraid. over monitoring, having to look and see about every little thing that's going on, needing constant reassurance about everything, and it causes tension and divide, and you begin to self-sabotage yourself, your relationship.
You don't trust each other.
None whatsoever. And again, all these different things.
Well, when that happens, when you have that loss, and most people think of loss as a death.
Yes.
But if you're in a relationship where it's just already that in shambles that bad, where you're having to go to the bathroom because you're afraid your husband is texting or doing something else with another woman while he's on the toilet, and you won't let him poop with the door closed.
That's a problem.
That tells me your relationship is near death.
Yes.
That's the loss.
It is a slow, long, painful death. You're exactly right. People think of death and loss together. It's the death of a relationship. Mm-hmm. It is the death of now. It can be revived. It can be. So ask yourself these questions. Maybe this does hit home to you. Are you avoiding a conversation because you're afraid of the conflict?
Duh.
Are you avoiding, do you notice this in your relationship where you're avoiding a conversation because you're afraid of what they might say or think or do? If so, you're operating out of fear.
I bet 98% of people are that way.
Yes.
Because communication is one of the biggest issues in every relationship.
Non-judgmental, like I can come to you with anything and everything, and I know that it's going to be okay. Could be bad, could be crazy, but at the end of the day, you're going to be like, all right, well, let's hit this head on and let's move past it. Another one to ask yourself, have you stopped trying because rejection just feels inevitable?
Ooh.
The answer is yes. You know you're operating here. Are you controlling things because you're afraid of losing them? That I've got to have my hands on every little thing because if I don't, it's going to go wrong. You're operating in fear. Are you emotionally shut down because it just feels safer?
Whoa.
If so, you're operating in fear. The last one to ask yourself, are you more afraid of discomfort than disconnection? More afraid of discomfort than disconnection. If any of these hit home, if any of these are like, yeah, then you're operating within fear. And it's not the safest place to be. But the good news is you can come out of that.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness you can come out of that. So 1 John chapter 4, verse 18, that perfect love casts out fear. Perfect love. You're like, oh, love is all you need. This is a different type of love. Because if you love someone in this way, a perfect love and unconditional love, the way that Jesus loves us, fear ain't ever going to be a problem. Are you going to have bouts with it? Sure. But it's not going to be the problem. Love will lead to risk. Love, that type of love means I am not afraid to step out. I'm not afraid to take a step. You are thinking bad.
No, I'm not actually. Okay. I'm actually thinking Frozen. Anna, love is an open door.
Love is an open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song. Yeah. But
taking that step, open the door.
Open the door. It will.
Love is an open door.
That type of love, you will take a step of faith, not knowing where it's going to take you. You're willing to take that risk. That type of love will allow for unbelievable type of honesty. That, hey, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm feeling. Even if it's crazy, it's an honesty that not a lot of people are able to experience.
And more than likely, if you're feeling that, there's some kind of other feelings that are going along with what you're wanting to talk about with your spouse.
Yes.
Neither one of you probably wanted to bring it up. It's like having a classroom full of students and your teacher is explaining what the assignment is, trying to teach the new thing for this week. And you are the brave one because you still don't understand after your teacher's done all the work. You just raise your hand. I don't get it. I guarantee 10 to 15 other people in that classroom are like, oh, thank God somebody said it because I don't get it.
No doubt.
More than likely, if you are feeling a certain way about a situation, your spouse is too. One of you just has to have the balls enough to do it and talk about it first.
Yes, we tell our kids this all the time. I've told Cash this over and over. Raise your hand, ask the question, because someone else in that room is saying, I don't get it. I don't understand, but I'm too afraid to ask, so I'll just pretend that I do, and I won't understand it. You're exactly right. If you're feeling that, chances are your spouse is feeling some of that at the very, very least. So if you find yourself running, you know you're operating out of fear and not love, because love will also lead to presence, where you are fully present in every little thing that is going on with your relationship. So what are some things that you can do? If you said yes to these questions, if you recognize this in your own life, in your own relationship, here are just a couple things that you can do to try and stop living in fear, find that love, and get more closely connected. You ready?
Tell me.
First one, and this is simple, not easy, but simple. Identify just one fear. You may have a laundry list of them. You may be thinking through a million of them, like I'm afraid of this and this and this.
I was going to say, it's not I'm afraid of snakes or...
No. What's that one fear you have in your relationship? Is it a fear of being alone? Is it a fear of rejection? Is it a fear of intimacy? Is it a fear of honesty? Whatever it is, name that one fear.
What are you afraid of in our relationship?
I'm not afraid of anything in our relationship.
Ooh.
Are you?
I'm afraid you're going to wake up one day and realize that you... Shut up and let me finish.
I'm not speaking. I'm just...
Okay, Joey Tribbiani. This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do. You're going to wake up one day and go, wow, what was I thinking? Why am I with her when I have this laundry list of girls that I could be with?
Next. That's ridiculous, woman.
If that's my biggest fear about our relationship.
If that's your biggest fear, I can easily make sure that fear never even comes close to happening.
But that's me putting it out there, not being afraid to say it.
Yes, and I may
And I know you're thinking that's hogwash. Oh, that's baloney.
But if that is a legitimate fear, what I take away from that, and what any spouse should take away from whatever that fear is, knowing that it's nonsense, but I am going to make sure that she never has a reason to believe that fear could come true. It may be a legitimate fear, but I'm going to live every single day to make sure you know that will not happen. And that's what you, as a spouse, that's exactly what you should do. So,
I mean, you do a dang good job of it.
I do the best I can. I try. So name that one fear, whatever it is, name it. And then name the lie behind it. What is the lie that the enemy has told you about that fear? You're afraid that I'm going to wake up one day and say, oh, there's all these other women. Let's do that instead. Well, what is that lie behind that? I can tell you the lie.
High school.
High school made you believe that?
It's the only reason I believe that. And knowing that the laundry list of girls that I know that I would never name would drop everything in a heartbeat, especially now with the success that we have in our marriage, with this podcast, with you being a pastor. They would be all about, yeah, I took that down.
It'd be like a trophy.
Yes.
I see.
I got him. I mean, Matthew, there were girls. I still don't understand how and why you picked me. I feel like you were the one who, from, what was it? The vampire movies. Oh my God. Huh?
Imprints.
Yes, but what are the names?
Twilight.
Worst
freaking movies
Matthew, that's a
ever
different.
made.
You've established that.
So awful.
Anyways, you imprinted on me when I was 15 and you were 16. If I would have known then what I know now, I'd have never. That would have never been in my brain. But I do know those things, and I had girls that literally told me, well, you can try, but I'm going to get him anyways.
This is true. You most certainly did.
And there were girls that were still trying, even when we got together. And they would do it because they knew my insecurities, that I was fat, I got made fun of, and none of those things were true. But that broke me down, and it made them have the upper leg on.
That had power.
Yeah.
In that, essentially.
So, yeah, high school was the lie, but I didn't know then what I know now.
I'm glad you know the things now, which actually brings us to the next thing. So you identify the fear, you name the lie behind it. The third one, replace it with the truth.
My man ain't going nowhere.
Dang right. Nailed it. Replace it with the truth. So
because he knows what he could have had, and he sees what he could have had, and still looks at me.
I see what I got.
Exactly.
So identify the fear, name the lie behind it, replace it with the truth, and the last one, take one action this week. Take one action to be able to overcome that fear. Do one thing, whatever
I try to do
that may look like.
That one thing more than once a week.
What are we talking about here, woman? Yes, you do. You do a great job with it.
Do what I can, baby.
Yes, you do. Oh, you are very funny.
You were not expecting that.
I was not expecting that. You threw me off just a little bit.
Know what you're thinking about now.
Yes, you do. Can we end this thing now? Can we be done? We're almost there. Biggest thing, though, you can't break what you don't confront. If you don't confront it and speak the truth over it, you will never be able to actually overcome
I mean, you got to admit that there's a problem. That's number one step of 12 steps.
Every single time. So fear, it's been leading long enough, and it's time for you to take your relationship back. For so many, this happens. You may hear this, like, oh, no, that's not us. Just take a long look and really, really analyze it, because you're probably right. There's probably a small little something in that relationship somewhere where you can see, oh, man, maybe fear is leading in this area. Maybe we're not as strong here as I thought we were. And that's okay. It's okay to be there.
Listen, if there's not any room for growth, something is wrong.
Exactly. We can always get better. We can always improve. And I would just say that pray and ask God to expose that. Hey, whatever the fear is.
Pray together about it.
Expose that fear. Replace the lie with truth, and then actually take the courage enough to act on it. So stop living in fear. It ain't worth it.
No. It's only going to destroy your health.
It is. It is. You're going to stress about it. You're going to worry about it. You'll never be able to experience peace. So it's not what we want for your marriage. Fear doesn't actually scare you. It actually steers you.
It does.
And it controls every little part of your life. And that one little thing will carry over to another, to another, to another, to another. And then before you know it, like you said earlier, you're isolated away from the world. And that's it. So, Any kind of closing thoughts?
If fear is leading you, love is leaving you.
Yes. Very, very true. All right, before we get out of here, do you want to tell our friends about Sunny and Stoked?
Sunny and Stoked. Everybody that's listening, our friends at Sunny and Stoked have decided that they are giving our awesome listeners 20% off the entire order.
20% off is crazy.
I even said, Ben, are you sure 20%? That's a little generous.
It's crazy.
And it's only for Married AF.
Yes.
So let me double check my messages. Yes. In all capital letters, Married AF.
Just type in that as your promo code.
Your code.
You'll get 20% off.
20% off.
So visit sunnyandstoked.com. Promo code MarriedAF, 20% off your entire order. It is an awesome brand,
really
awesome
cool
people. Stuff looks great. It's a very great beach wear as we're approaching the summer months.
Mm-hmm.
We have beach trips planned. We have vacations planned. Pick up some gear, hats, shirts at sunnyandstoked.com. Support them. Check them out. They are awesome. And make sure to use that promo code MarriedAF for 20% off.
Unbelievable.
Wild. So make sure you check those guys out. Also, mention our friends at Kingdom and Will.
Yes.
Again, kingdomandwill.com. Their promo code MarriedAF will get you 15% off.
Which
order.
is also
It's
insane.
an amazing brand. It is comfort you can feel, faith you can wear, purpose in every piece. Kingdom and Will was created with simple conviction. Christian apparel should feel as meaningful as the message it carries. If we're going to wear scripture, it should be crafted with intention, excellence, and genuine care. Our apparel is designed with purpose from the very first touch. Every detail, every verse, and every design is curated to glorify Christ and encourage believers in everyday life. Visit our friends Kingdom and Will at kingdomandwill.com. Promo code MarriedAF for 15% off your order. Do you have any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I love you.
I love you. Let's go. God, we love you. We are so thankful that we get to be here. We're thankful for this platform. We're thankful for all that you do. We want to pray over every single relationship. Pray that fear flees, that love wins, that you'll give people courage to have the difficult conversations, to be able to address the things where fear is leading their marriage. And God, just wiped it away from their relationship so they can have a relationship that is out of this world, not of this world, that is designed by you, that's for you, for people to experience what a true marriage is supposed to be. It's incredible. We are so thankful for what you continue to do and what you will always do. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. Play ball.